under the bright morning glow. They arrived at the fish house, where fishermen gathered to sell their daily catch. That morning, the air buzzed with uneasy whispers about the night's strange events. Arkston saw a crowd at the fish house, but no Baba. He docked and whispered to Oreo, "Remember, not a word." Oreo looked up, turned, then hopped back onto the boat. It wasn't long before the crowd descended on Arkston's boat, their voices buzzing with questions about last night. "Did you see the spaceship?" they pressed. Arkston hardly seemed to hear them. Baba bursts from the fish house and spots the commotion around Arkston's boat. Without hesitation, pushing through the crowd, waving his arms, he barked at the onlookers. "Enough, get!" he screamed. Baba told Arkston his friend Malcolm has already came in, telling Arkston Malcolm had to rescue Thamela from that strange thing landing in the ocean, saying the wave crushed Thamela's boat, sinking it. While they talked, Baba helped Arkston unload the baskets of fish from the boat as gulls circled above for scraps. From behind a basket of fish, Oreo suddenly appears. Oreo wagged his tail, looking up at Baba and Arkston. Arkston hadn't seen him yet, still talking about the rough waves last night, and the fish pots filled to the brim. Oreo lifted his small head, eyes bright, fur damp from the sea breeze. "Oh my, Arkston," Baba chuckled, wiping his hands on his trousers before gently picking up the little dog. "That's a good little puppy," Baba teased. Arkston's face paled. "That's Oreo," he said softly. "Found him by empty Coral Island alone. Lucky you, little guy. Uncle Ark and his family will love you. Guess you won't be going back anytime soon. Not with that catch you brought in today," Baba said. "You're right, it might be a while." Arkston laughed. The two men laughed and waved goodbye. On the way home, Arkston glanced at Oreo. "That collar you're wearing looks priceless." "What are those? Marbles?" he asked. "You could say that," Oreo replied sharply, ending the conversation. Arkston didn't press further. He told Oreo about his family. His wife, Tabetta, his son, Samo, and his daughter, Tabetta. "They'll be happy to see you, but expect to be treated like a dog," he said. A breathtaking view of Coral Shores Islands, vibrant wildlife, lush green forests, and crystal waterfalls cascading into turquoise lagoons under a golden tropical Sunday. As Arkston approached his island home, he saw his family waving from the island docks. His heart lifted with joy, and he raised his hand high, waving back to them with a broad smile. His wife, son, and daughter could be seen waving and cheering from the island dock as the boat drew near. On the deck, Oreo wagged his tail in joy, sensing the warmth of home. As the boat docked, the children raced toward him, shouting, "Daddy!" Arkston knelt, catching them in a warm bear hug as Oreo darted joyfully along the dock. Tabetta watched, tears shining in her eyes. The kids rushed to hug Oreo, each shouting, "He's mine! He's mine!" Arkston and Tabetta laughed together, watching the joyful chaos as the children and Oreo tumbled in delight. As the family settled in, the kids could not get enough of Oreo. They played until they were tired. The kids and Tabetta went to bed, leaving Oreo and Arkston. They went to the basement to talk. The next morning, the family and Oreo were up early. After breakfast, they showed Oreo around the house. The sun shone bright, and high in the sky, it was a truly beautiful day. They talked and laughed together as sunlight filled the room. Oreo wagged his tail, happy to be with them, yet a shadow lingered in his heart for his planet and his people. During dinner, Tabetta asked, "Daddy, where did you find Oreo?" I found him near one of the empty Coral Islands," Arkston stammered, glancing down at the pup. "This little dog's got a loud bark." Arkston spoke to the kids about caring for Oreo, reminding them they were both responsible for him and not to fight over his attention. They agreed. Tabetta smiled softly as she listened. After dinner, they talked while Tabetta do the dishes, and Talita played with Oreo. Arkston laughed as he watched them, while Samo kept asking curious questions about the fiery ball in the sky. The family gathered in the living room before bedtime, gazing toward the nearby island and savoring the joy of being together. Oreo lay between them, grateful for the family that found him. Later in the basement, Oreo spoke softly. "Remember when I told you my planet is dying?" "Yes, I do," Arkston replied, kneeling beside him. "Now you can tell me the whole story." "My planet is dying because of junk. Junk from Earth," Oreo said sadly. "Over 2,000 of my people die, each light turn because of space debris." "Light turn?" Arkston asked quietly. "Yes. A light turn is equal to 4 of what you on Earth call a year, Oreo replied, his voice calm. The junk has gotten so thick, we haven't seen the sun in 12 light turn. For you 48 years, our plants don't grow anymore, and when they do, they don't have enough nutrients in them, Oreo continued. So we've had to rely on the kruka. But 2 years ago, the kruka stalks began to ran low. No sunlight means no growth, no reproduction, Oreo explained. This is really serious, Oreo, Arkston said, rubbing his chin. How can I help you? He asked. Why did you choose to appear as a dog instead of a human? Asked Arkston. I figured a dog would be more accepting, answered Oreo. Coming from outer space and all, Oreo chuckled. That makes a lot of sense, Arkston replied. But you'll have to look human to talk to the government. They won't like a talking dog. I can remember when I could look up and see the sun, thinking it would last forever. Even then, space junk hovered above, but nothing like what surrounds us now. Oreo continued. The space junk got so thick our cleaners are overwhelmed. Does Earth send a ship up every day? My own ship was hit coming here. I know they'll be out there looking for it, said Oreo. Do you think they'll find it? Asked Arkston. They could, still. I don't think it will be found. The repair won't take long. Repair? Shouted Arkston. Yes, by nanobots. Do you know of it? These nanobots are tiny robots engines, really small. Oreo explained. I've read about those in comic books. Didn't know they were real, Arkston said. As real as you and I, Oreo replied. With a blank stare, Oreo turned and said, 2 more days before the nanobots are finished. They'll need sunlight once they're done. It won't be safe to move the ship remotely. We need to be there. Oreo continued. Okay, we will leave the day after tomorrow, Arkston said. How far away from the ship do you think we are? Asked Oreo. About a day, Arkston replied. Best to leave tomorrow then, said Oreo. They're already searching for the ship, he said. Now the camouflage is on, still without sunlight. It won't last 2 days. Arkston nodded. All right, we'll leave tomorrow night. Thank you for everything, Arkston. I can never repay you for what you've done, Oreo said sincerely. I'm happy to help, Arkston replied, smiling, especially knowing you're not here for evil. The next day, authorities scoured the sea far and wide. Boats and divers spread across the waters, searching every reef, stopping at all fishing boats and docks for any sign of the mysterious ship. That same afternoon, Arkston and Oreo was on the boat getting ready to set sail after dark. I have a funny feeling about this, Oreo said. What do you mean? Asked Arkston. Meanwhile, out on the open sea, a coalition of nations had formed a search team to locate the missing ship. Divers were on standby, ready to plunge into the depths at a moment's notice. Divers searched the ocean with probes, diving to their limit, and finding nothing. Swimming back to a boat, a diver spoke to an officer on board. Sir, the signal died here. Still, there is no sign of it on the sonar. This part of the ocean is too deep for us. We need a specialized sub. After a brief discussion with nearby ships and choppers, the divers boarded their vessel. The captain was informed that the team would move to another part of the ocean to continue the search. Back in Coral Shores, Arkston sat with Oreo and his family, waiting for nightfall. Soon they would set sail into the open sea to find Oreo's ship, the air thick with quiet anticipation. In their bedroom, Arkston and Tabetta explained to the kids why Oreo had to travel with their father for a few weeks. The children didn't like it, but they understood Oreo wasn't truly theirs. Arkston began. If Oreo's owner comes looking for him, I wouldn't want them thinking someone stole their dog. So for now, we'll travel together. The more people see us, the better, he exclaimed. And if no one comes for Oreo, then he's ours, Daddy, Tabetta asked. Sure, baby girl, all yours, Arkston said with a smile. But only if you share with your brother. Yes, I will, Tabetta replied. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support, big and small. Remember to like or dislike, and while you are doing that, show someone you care. And please remember to share. Blessed love.